So we played for you yesterday footage of Milo Yiannopoulos. Somehow, just of all the bars in New York City to walk into, this mug has to walk into this one, which is basically where some DSA folks, after a citywide meeting, had gathered to have a drink. And of all the places, Milo Yiannopoulos walks in there, and he goes in, of course, with his buddy Chadwick Moore. And Chadwick Moore immediately goes on to the one place where real conservative men go to complain that someone said something mean to them. And so we're going to go, this is Tucker Carlson's pacifier hour.
Here's one of the revolutionaries. This is Brendan O'Connor. He works at Gizmodo. This is the kid we wanted to have on tonight. I don't know if there he is right there. And he's obviously acting on behalf of the global proletariat. This is the kid who says he was a journalist, but who was there sort of on behalf of the socialists. We checked, needless to say, from one of the richest suburbs of New Jersey, went to some $50,000 a year boarding school, apparently. Was he one of the people screaming at you?
Does anybody know how expensive the boarding school that Tucker Carlson went to? Where did he go to? Which one was it, Brendan? The one in Rhode Island? Which one?
But he's not a class traitor.
Loomis something or whatever it is, or
Penrose.
St. George's.
Is that in
St. George's? Yes. This is nothing better than Tucker Carlson mocking. Now, does Tucker Carlson? Tucker Carlson had Engels type style money, right? Is that correct? He didn't have a little bit more than Marx, but he has Engels quality money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swenson isn't Swenson Empire, right?
Swanson TV dinners.
Yeah.
He one of the people screaming at you?
Yeah, he marched outside and tried to doorstep Milo. He shoved a recorder in his face and started asking questions about, 8-month-old news stories that involved him and other things that have been debunked.
Oh, 8 months
old! The whole, you're a Nazi 8-month-old story?
No, it was a pedophile, actually.
Oh, the pedophile.
8-month-old stories.
You want to talk about my advocacy of pedophilia, you better talk about it in the proper news cycle.
Yes, exactly.
Have a little taste.
That's 8 months old news. Good.
Very polite. And had said, "I'm here with my friend. If you want to interview me, please send an email to me, and we'll set something up." He would not drop it. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was clearly nervous and fumbling, and had no idea what to ask Milo. Finally, Milo just said, "Leave me alone. I'm here with my friend. Get your facts straight. I will gladly give you a proper interview." And then we have, of course, this Nation editor who admitted on Twitter she runs the Nation's Twitter handle, and she.
Another worker.
Another worker.
So great.
Well, it's important to know. I don't have to
tell
by
Can
definition.
you imagine one of these Nation people? What are the people at the Nation doing at a DSA meeting?
No, but I also like he's saying actually, I'm sure that handling social media for the Nation is not highly compensated. And also by definition.
Yes, but it's technology.
Fair enough.
Workers don't work with technology.
But also, right. It's I like how he literally just said he just described a job and then he said, yeah, another worker.
Right.
Yeah, literally.
She has a job.
That's correct. She works, you idiot.
By the way, they say this Gizmodo reporter gave them a profane statement. The statement was, "Go fuck yourself."
So. Okay. Let's continue because I love the whininess.
And she has
another worker.
Another worker.
So great.
Well, it's important to know. I don't have to tell you this, but they were all white. Obviously, I don't have to tell you this.
Shields.
All sorts of
they were being white.
So she has been going on a storm on Twitter. Standing up for the working class and the people, and all of those precious black people.
There was a time
defending.
when socialists cared about economics and had an actual case to make. I don't agree with it, but they had a kind of reasoned, thought-out case.
Yes.
That was fundamentally an economic case, and then little rich kids like this got involved, and it became all about race and gender, like everything is.
Wait,
anyway,
race and gender. It seems to me that socialists for a long time have been anti-fascist. Isn't that not? Is that not the case?
Kind of one of our main
I sort
things.
of feel like that was a big deal for the socialists back in the day. But here's my question, and this is a sincere question, and maybe it's just the time that I grew up, and of course I've never agreed with conservatives, but there was a time where they were actually like not so whiny and complainy. Like there was a time where conservatives were stronger, it seems to me, and were, you never heard William Buckley going around going like, Gore Vidal called me a name. Well, maybe in that
I
case
was
he
going to
did.
say, I don't know if that's a great example.
But maybe that is the tradition. Maybe
Wait, are you saying you came of age at a time when the leading conservatives weren't a like puffy-faced frozen food heir and some hysterical college professor from Canada who like cried about the individual?
Well, to be honest with you, I think probably Tucker Carlson was around at that time, but I'm not sure. But
Well, yeah, Tucker's been around forever.
But Ronald
true.
Reagan would never get up there and say, Tip O'Neill called me a name. I didn't
Because
like
of
it.
Tip
I had to
O'Neill,
leave
I
a
can't
bar.
have beer at my favorite pub anymore.
that I've never been to before.
They said just because we supported the Contras raping and murdering nuns with illegal military funneling that we didn't care about human rights, and that hurt my feelings.
That's all I care about is what happened to the conservatives. It's super sad.
What happened to the Milo of a few months ago when he was like, no safe spaces?
Yeah, it really is. It's tough what's going on with those folks.